My name is Jack Connery, Commander, U.S. Navy. I was a senior at the University of Oklahoma in 1956, and I came home at Easter time, and I was getting a degree in journalism, and I was going to be the greatest sports writer in the world. And coming from a small town in Oklahoma, I happened to run into the head of the draft board, and he asked me, he said, "What are your plans?" And I told him about my sports writing and what I was going to do, and he said, "Son, you're going to have to put that off a little bit because you lose your deferment when you graduate, and we're going to get you in the Army." My dad had been a foot soldier in World War I, and he told some pretty brutal stories about slugging across France in World War I. And my older brothers had heard that same story and had had gone into the Navy. And I followed them. I went back to school. I'm not going to be drafted, I said. And it just happened to be, I walked through the student union and there was a recruiting team from the Naval Office of Procurement. I can't remember what the title was. So I took their little test and I passed it. And a week later, I was on my way to Dallas for a physical. Back into school, I finished school, I got married, and in August, I had orders to go to Newport, Rhode Island for class 29 OCS. I finished that in December of 1956 and was commissioned an ensign. Went through a couple of Navy schools, and my first, I got out of OCS, and I had been selected to go into, I was to be an underwater demolition team guy. I forget what they call it. And my first school was in Key West, the underwater swimmer school. And after the first 4 weeks, the school and I parted ways. They damn near lost me on a swim, and they weren't going to let me get in water again. So the last week, 10 days, I sat around and watched my guys finish and watched them graduate. And I wrote a letter for Navy Times, or an article for Navy Times on the underwater swimming school, and that got published. So at one time in my career, I tried to change my designator to a public affairs officer, but was not accepted for that. So, but that's the only thing I ever used my career for. The following January, and ended up on the USS Reaper, MSO 467 in Long Beach, California.